Welcome back to Games Revealed. I'm James and also the Brink, and we are one community. Today we're going to be talking about, or watching about, or looking into trailers and other things that are going on in gaming this year, and just kind of what we're excited about. What we need is kind of the name of the game here. It's a weird title, but it's a fun title, because I guess we don't technically need anything when it comes to gaming, but you know what? Why not? Let's see here. Let's give some peeps some time to jump on in. And then while they're doing that, let me pull up some... Let us pull up wow. Tempting to pull up stuff. Okay, just okay. So I'm gonna pull it up and then I'll show it to you guys, so don't worry. See here. Welcome, Wolf. How's it going? How is it going? Let us... Ooh, wrong one. This is another one of... Can I full screen this? Yeah, here we go. Oh, did I... Can other people see this? I think people can, right? You tired, Wolf? How are you feeling? Feeling any better? Let's see here. Let us... Man, I am... Where is it? Copy link, I think. Okay, let's throw this out there too. So, Rachie, welcome. In 2024, I need tax collectors to spare my bank account. I hear you there. I am still not doing 100%. My symptoms have changed a little bit, but like right now, I don't know if I picked something up while I was over New Year's break. I went down to southern Utah, and now I am nauseous. I just finished up my second round of probiotics or antibiotics. We'll see. But we can talk about me or my health later. This is not going to be the longest ever, depending on how queasy I feel. I don't want to throw up on stream. I don't think people want to see that. Okay, so let's, guys, if you have anything, I threw it in there. You can go throw in whatever you want in there that we can watch, consume if you're excited. It doesn't have to be trailer. It can be anything. I threw a couple in there. There's a couple more that I was excited for, but I didn't want to take everything. So what the plan will be... Hold up. Well, the plan will be is we'll chat about things while we watch some stuff. I will also give some of my commentary on things and what I think. I think this year is going to be I think it's going to be another surprise year for like good games. But it's going to be more stealth. Well, would it be more stealth? Last year, Baldur's Gate 3, I don't think people were thinking that was going to be the hit it was. in the sense of I don't think they were. It was a mega hit. It wasn't just like a game of the year hit. It was a game of multiple year hit. Albeit, I do think Alan Wake 2 is more of a game of the year last year. This year, is there one game that you could say for sure that would be a Baldur's Gate 3 success? And I'm kind of curious if anyone knows. Like, Hades 2 will do really well, but it's not a Baldur's Gate 3 success, I don't think. So, yeah, if you guys throw stuff out here, I will keep an eye on it over here and click into it. Not required. I have a backup list in case people didn't get it, but do get entered to win. What I will do is I will do a giveaway to whoever posts in there, and anyone's eligible, Wolf, so you're eligible too if you want to. What I'll do is I will not announce it on the stream. What will happen, though, is if you post into this thread that I showed everyone, either through the YouTube post or here on the channel, then whoever, I will throw all your names into a raffle, and I will raffle it off and let you know later. Partially because I'm nauseous, and I don't want it to deal outside the realm of figuring that out. Not that it's that hard while I'm nauseous. Okay, so this Concord one, it was an interesting one. There's also like Once Human, which I don't have in here, but I figured we would watch that at one point. And also we'll chat. There, Chris, welcome. If I haven't said that yet. And I believe I already said welcome to Raichi. I believe Crazy is also... Crazy, you're also crazy on here too, right? If I'm not... I don't know if I remember correctly. Let's see. Yeah, Wolf. Well, it has those refreshes that you talked about. Raichi, Xbox studios are stacked. I believe Obsidian will release something good. Maybe Spider will release Greedfall 2. Ooh, that's true. I need news for Ghost of Tsushima 2. I'm crazy on Discord. Oh, that's right, Icarus. Okay. Sorry. I get it mixed up, Icarus. On Who's Who sometimes. Cool. So, welcome, Andre. Glad you can stop in for a little bit. Today, I have a feeling today is going to be a little bit of a calmer day, but that's okay. We're going to watch stuff and judge things and get done. And hopefully I don't get too queasy. Okay. This is one that kind of like I was surprised about. And let's see here. Repost. Yeah, I'll repost it. So, yeah, let's watch it and I'll talk about it. But it's a PvP multiplayer FPS. That is loud. That is loud. Is it going to be copyright music? Guess we'll find out.
10 seconds. 5, 4.
Okay, I've seen some of this trailer already before. I love how the sandwich jiggles. Some things are so fake. Some things are like, wow, they spent way too much time texturing that.
Gunners, here we go.
So I swear it's coming in 2024. I swear there is let's see here. Concord game. I swear there's another trailer. What, isn't there? Or am I mistaken? Gameplay. No gameplay. This is one note that I always like multiplayer FPSs. PvP will be interesting. It's also got that almost like StarCraft meets Starfield kind of aspect. And so I'm kind of curious. You know me and my sci-fi games, but it's interesting. I don't know if you guys do know of, let's add this to the list, a trailer with that gameplay. I'd love to know. But yeah, that's definitely one I'm very interested in. If this music is copyrighted, I believe anyone can be Mozart. Well, I get hit with copyright all the time when I do these streams where I watch trailers. So sometimes I have to go through and modify it, and sometimes I just leave it alone, even though it's not good to leave it alone on your channel. And honestly, I don't know. We'll talk about that later. Okay, let's do Hades. Oh, here we go. We've seen this already, but we'll watch it, and I will talk about it while we've watched it in the past stream. So, Hades 1 is a really good dungeon crawler. Not only because the gameplay is fun, it's very fluid. The only frustrating part is that it's not predictable. Each run can be drastically different, but the way they balanced it out is that as long as you're good and you watch what you're doing, you could beat it with many different strategies. So as long as you're good at strategizing Hades, and that's part of what makes it fun is in Hades 1. As long as they just do that with Hades 2, maybe a different, and it does look like it's going to be a different map or area, right? Oh, and they have that music.
We can but learn, and the greatest teacher is out there. Now go. Death to Kronos.
Death to Kronos.
Yep. It's going to be... In fact, I don't even think they changed the graphics a whole lot.
For you to make a better future for us all.
Yep.
Least I can do is light your way down.
Light your way down. So are you going down? So you're reversing it.
No,
Yeah.
I was born for this.
You trifle with powers far beyond your comprehension, witch.
Okay, if I call you witch like that.
So... Yep, it's a little roguelike.
Vengeance for your family awaits you.
He is no mere titan. He is time itself, and time cannot be stopped.
Wait for me, Father.
So yeah, if you haven't played Hades 1, Hades 2 is going to be... I honestly, I do think it's going to be in top contender for Indie of the... It's probably going to be Indie Game of the Year, most likely. It could lend itself. It definitely looks like it's taking a safe path, though, meaning it's not changing up its formula too much, so it could definitely hurt it for Game of the Year for 2024. But I'm super excited for this. I think they've already pushed it off once or twice, so I think it's pretty solid that it's going to be coming out this year, even if it says it's TBA. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. I forgot. It's early access Q2. So, Richie, the cast alone is gold. Hades could be visual novel and still be top tier. I love how Hades, Charon is saving money to build a bridge. Yeah, right. No, and you're 100% correct. This is good. In fact, I predict Hades 1 and potentially 2 will be TV shows on Netflix. The way Netflix goes and the way their success rate is going, I could easily see this becoming a series within the next 5-10 years. There's so many ideas out there, but they're gonna run out of it, or there's just enough the cult following here. I could see them picking it up as a TV series. And to be fair, Hades, as long as done right, even though the story is very... The story unfolds as you play it over and over again. They could do some interesting things, but there's a lot that they could fill in that was just not in the game. And it's interesting because it's Supergiant Games, which is not the biggest studio, and in fact, they've had some struggles in the past. So, what's up, Chad? Maybe Cat, baby. Okay, so yes, Hades. Banishers is one that we've talked about before too. This is one that is got me a little afraid. It looks really good. I believe it's an open world action RPG, but it could be more story driven, like it says right here. Yeah. see here. While we talk about it, let's watch the thing. The only reason we've already seen this if you've watched any of my stuff. So stuff I haven't seen, I will watch. But yeah, his spouse died, so using her as a spirit to conquer additional supernatural creatures in this world. I think they did a really good job of world building. It makes me think of Witcher meets like a 19 or 1800s or 17, 18, maybe 1900s world. I like that. I like that twist to it, and so I definitely.
I'm not sure I can do that.
Honor your oath, or bring me back. But don't leave me like this.
Yeah. It's got a lot of promising aspects to it. I think the studio, the developers don't nod. They are, this is very outside their wheel. Like, they did Vampire, I guess, which is similar. The Life is Strange series. But, like, if you notice, everything else is very different, in my opinion. With obviously Vampire being the darker side, it's kind of bridging maybe their two gameplay styles. But Vampire didn't do the world's best, but from my understanding, a lot of people did like it. A little bit of a cult classic with some people. So, okay, Wolf, I will get to your stuff too. Rachie wants Order 1886 Part 2. I do too, actually. That's the thing. Here's the thing that game companies need to understand. Sometimes the first is figuring out the formula. First is introducing the world and the formula. If it's good enough and it's like very intriguing for people, watch out for those reviews. And the world's intriguing enough, people want more, but they want the formula to be improved upon. Then, you're going to need to do that. You're going to want to continue the story or the IP. So, Icarus, releasing time for Banishers couldn't be any worse. When was the February 13th? Oh, that's right. So, I need to put this into my calendar, the 13th. So, yeah, the 13th. It's not great when games come out in the beginning of the year if they're trying to hit awards. The best time is the second half of the year, as we've noticed. People tend to forget over time. Hogwarts, one of the biggest games of last year, got greatly overlooked. Now, that being said, I would say that's one of those games where it was good. A lot of I shouldn't say failures. A lot of things just weren't flushed out well. If they flush it out, I think it would greatly improve. So yeah, I think Banishers will not be getting any awards this year, beyond like storytelling or some type of realm like that. So just as a heads up on that. Necrosphere, hello, welcome. Happy New Year's, Games Revealed Gang. Well, Happy New Year's, man. Yes, the Icarus, Hogwarts was success sales-wise. I agree with that. They sold amazingly. And I guess in some sense they didn't fail in sales. Some games still do okay in sales. Like Dead Space 3 did well enough. They said they lost money, but that was on management. They could have easily been like, you know what, we just don't market as much next time. We could still make quite a bit of money and could have continued on the series. Luckily, they're smart enough and rebooted the series, which I never thought was going to happen. Rachie, I love how gods are so forgiving in this game. When you choose a god over the other, they forgive you later. A TV series would be great. 100%. And Rachie's referencing Hades 2. And Yeah, it's definitely not like the original, like the Greek mythology, right? Like that's a very twisted realm of lore and that type of stuff. But honestly, I like the way that I like their take on the Hades world. Actually, one of my favorite takes of it, of not the Hades world, but the Greek gods, the whatever it's called, the pantheon. Let's see here. I guess that's a good one. Guys, what sequel would you like to see? If you could see a it has to be a series that doesn't currently have one in the works. I'm kind of curious, what would you like to see a second, third, fourth, whatever of? It could be like a failed game or whatever. I think a big one for me is because they already rebooted the Dead Space series, which is awesome. Obviously, I'd love to see Half-Life 3, but weirdly enough, I think they're working on another Half-Life, so I'm not too concerned. What I'd like to see is a revamped StarCraft Ghosts. Take StarCraft Ghosts out of the old world of like 20 years ago where they abandoned it. It hasn't been quite, maybe it has been 20 years, I don't know. There's supposed to be a third-person stealth. I'm not even the biggest stealth person, but I love the concept of being a ghost in the StarCraft universe. Bring that back and like just really flush it out and have it be honestly gruesome and awesome. I'd totally go for that. Rayman 4, yeah. The last few Rayman are so good, but now he's a bad guy in Netflix, so I don't know if that's going to happen. Raichi, if Quidditch Online was included, it would have been Game of the Year. Oh, you think so? Was Quidditch Online good? I never tried it. I'll be honest, I've never cared about the Quidditch game in Harry Potter. I like Harry Potter a lot, but maybe it's because I'm not as much of a sports person. I like playing sports, and even that one, I'm like, it's complicated. And the rules are kind of dumb. Wolf, if you want to share some trailers for games coming 2024, share them here, and you'll also enter to giveaway. Yep. Dickrus, it is only time till Spyro is revealed. I agree with that. I think Spyro's a really solid franchise that I think with their new remaster series, which really like just took what 2 or 3 of them. Certainly 3. I can't remember if there's just 3. My son plays it, and I played it as a kid, so I like to watch him play it. Warms my cold dead heart to watch him play something that I enjoyed, and it's a fun game. Yeah, the first 3. Okay. So this is my top 5 watch for games. Hades 2, Banishers. If you've known me and talked about it, I've talked about this one since I learned about it, I think over a year ago. I'm really excited for Banishers. Avowed is one that I'm very intrigued by. I don't know if it shows any game. It shows a little bit of gameplay, right? It's like Skyrim. It's like Bethesda. It's a Bethesda Skyrim meets a new studio. The Avowed, Obsidian, yeah. So Obsidian is the guys that make. Is it a sibling studio? Like, is it a split studio? I can't remember if Obsidian has multiple studios now because they have multiple projects, so I'm assuming they do. It's essentially, Fallout New Vegas. Like, the Fallout New Vegas guys makes Skyrim. It looks like it's going to be like.
The Emperor who couldn't bother to come himself.
Yeah.
To investigate some plague that seems to be corrupting our very souls. You want us to trust you. But the truth is, you scare us.
As long as they get kind of similar to Skyrim,
The way you fight,
then I'll love it.
the power
The secrets you keep? You're either here to save us or destroy us.
Okay, I love fantasy, but you gotta give me a lot of good mechanics. So I gotta enjoy the fantasy world. If you don't, and it's too like Morrowind and some of those older games, I get lost a little bit and I don't usually finish it. Skyrim's the only Elder Scrolls I finished. And I will be honest, Avowed looks really fun. It also looks like it has the potentially the same problem that I'm looking for. Give me 1 second. I think we're in the new releases. Oh, Fable. Interesting. Yeah, it has some issues, I think, with not being broad enough. So we'll see how much like depth you can explore. If this fantasy world is very shallow, it runs the risk of being boring, right? And that's, I think, been the problem with a lot of Fable is one. I think it was very intricate, I think, in the first one, and they just went weird directions and maybe samey, and it kind of got boring. I didn't play the second or third much. This one runs the risk of that. Raichi, at least with Quidditch Online included in the game, maybe the game would have been relevant for a longer time. Agreed. They released early into the year, and also it wasn't flushed out well enough. It was very in the sense of like it needed more depth to it. And I haven't finished it. This is coming from Susie, and she's doing another playthrough of it. She's put 240 hours into that thing. Raichi, Avowed only advantages its writing because they lost me in the graphics department. I will have to say the graphics aren't amazing, but it's Obsidian, so I do think they're going with a little bit of a fantasy artistic style of, I don't know. I actually kind of like it. The more, or some part, like some of the parts of the video I did like some, I'm like, I don't know. We'll see. It really comes down to how interesting the world is. So it's got promise, though. It's probably in my, I want to say it's in my top 5, but probably more in my top 10 for the year to watch out for. Well, most Obsidian masterpieces are from reused assets of already made games. That's not fair to say that it's reused assets of already made games. Fallout New Vegas, drastically, yes, reused assets. I think that's the only one that's like, I think they have other masterpieces. Fallout New Vegas is a masterpiece because it had good writing, it had good, almost everything was better than Fallout 3. Fallout 3 just was not, like, had one or two things that were amazing, and that was it. Like, the big robot at the end. The Icarus, Hellblade 2, I'm excited for. Ooh, yes, Hellblade 2 will be interesting. I need to beat the first one. I know about it a little bit, but I know it's good. Raichi, Obsidian biggest failure, Bus Alpha Protocol, but this was 14, 15 years ago. 100%. It was a good but failed game, and yeah, I think they tend to make the same mistakes sometimes. So I have played Tekken. I'm gonna just have this be more background music sound. I have played Tekken for at least I played the originals a lot, like the first few. I think Tekken 3 being the one that was most. I did not care about the characters, but I did care about play. It was fun. It was kind of realistic-y. I loved Mortal Kombat, but I liked that it was, I shouldn't say realistically, but it was more realistic-esque than Mortal Kombat. Now it's not as much, but I'm not the biggest fighter person, but I can definitely see the intrigue with Tekken 8. So I definitely think Andre, I played Tekken a lot in the arcade. Yeah, I played it on the original PlayStation. A ton. I think I eventually got the full game, but I played the demo on the demo disc. A ton with my friends. Yeah, this is the official story trailer. That's the thing that gets me. The Mortal Kombats I've liked the most are the ones that have me climb and achieve something. I don't play against other people when it comes to fighting games very much. Just don't. Give me an interesting story, like a lot of fighters I've played in the past, and I will most likely play it. And Susie, even much more likely to play it than me. She loves fighting stories. And this one looks good. Silly, but good. But I think that's kind of the point of these. It's like an anime fight. It's like pretty much if it was an anime bloody fight game. That's Tekken. Some realism mixed into that. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. So I get caught up in a lot of these names, and I get lost, I'll be honest. I haven't seen... I do love Mega Boss Battles, though. That does look pretty cool. I have to admit, it's very intriguing. I haven't been playing as many RPG-style games. This looks like an action RPG. I'm sure I've seen a bunch on this before. It's just like I get lost on these types of games and which game's which. Yeah, so it definitely looks like something I would play. I've played a lot of Final Fantasies and RPGs in the past. I have not been picking them up as much. Like Persona 5, I'm not done with yet. It's a 100-hour game though, so I don't have as much time these days, so I tend to avoid. I usually gravitate to something I know I can finish in 20 hours. Alan Wake being 30 hours was crazy. Alan Wake 2. The Real Savage, welcome. Good fighting story is my go-to also. Yep. I like them. And that's the problem. Some just don't do a good job of doing story. Like nowadays, I think we have more stories, but like you gotta give me a good story, or else I just won't care. I'm not gonna fight Susie all day. Like either she's gonna play it a ton and beat me a bunch, or I'm gonna play a ton and she's gonna beat me a bunch, and it just doesn't get fun. Light No Fire. Is that on here? Ah. Is it going to be this year? Andre? Dude, Andre, you played so many games last year when you posted your Steam rewind thing. Okay. Ooh, that looks cool. This is like a Final Fantasy survival builder game. So weird. So is it an MMO or like a builder, or is it like a you have to host your own server? Dude, there's so many games like this coming out. Like, not exactly like this, but a lot of like interesting games coming out. Dude, is that a massive boss battle? That is, dude, this is sick. When it comes to the depth of the world, I'm like, where big interesting. Light No Fire announced from a trailer. Is this year? I mean, I'm a bigger sci-fi person, but there's a lot of fantasy coming out that's looking very interesting. Is this like the Eye of Sauron? This is like Lord of the Rings esque. Hello Games. Have they made anything before? Now I'm kind of curious. Because that sounds very familiar. No Man's Sky. That's why it sounds... Okay. I was like, Hello Games sounds familiar. Interesting. So they're taking what they learned from No Man's Sky and made Light No Fire. I had to have seen this before. That looks good. I'm with you, Andre, on that one. It looks really good. And I really doubt it's going to bomb when it first comes out. I think No Man's Sky learned how to quelch their the fans. So if it doesn't do as well, they could say it's early access, say it's not ready quite yet, but here it is at a cheaper price. I think they could do that if they wanted. It's all about perspective, man. An open world, one Earth to explore, Andre. Yeah, it looks sick. It looks very... honestly, a part of it made me think of... Age... Is it not? It's not Age of Empires. Oh, what is it? It's a different one that has like mythical creatures in it, but it's like it's a turn-based. I can't remember. It's been so many decades. The Icarus, a story of Grand Blue, takes 20 hours, but multiplayer missions can take up to more time. Ooh, that sounds really good, Icarus. Yeah, and you get the No Man's Sky. Necrosphere, what's up? Okay, saying what's up. Necrosphere, if you're talking about what's this is Light No Fire. I can hear the game say, good luck in finding someone like me. Oh, Rachie, no. Light No Fire. This is going to be epic. It does look pretty good. I will be honest. It's multiplayer, right? Because it definitely looked like one multiplayer. And is it MMO? It doesn't look like it's an MMO, so it's a sandbox. Okay. Meeting players from across... Oh, never mind. It is going to be potentially hosted. Interesting. So that definitely is telling me that it might be semi-MMO. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. Next, they could also delay it instead of releasing it unfinished. Oh, 100%. They have two routes that they can go. Me as a developer, depending on... it really... Releasing it unfinished is fine, as long as you're upfront. The problem with No Man's Sky is they promised a lot, and some of the stuff was not fulfilled. Yeah, that's true, Andre. You do like yourself some No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is good, and here's the weird part. I love sci-fi, but this actually looks better. I'm sorry. I like No Man's Sky, but this does look better, which is weird. They keep releasing new ventures, so they keep me in. Yeah, okay, yeah, Andre, I can see that. Okay, let's see here. I think we've got... Let's watch this, and then we'll get into if you guys have thrown any more out into there.
Listen up.
I've watched Wolf play this. This, I have not got a key yet. I'm lazy, but I will get a key. But yeah, I'm going to, or I'll try to figure. I'll find a way to play this at one point. But this looks really good, and we'll actually watch the trailer.
Question your senses. Humans always rely on their senses to perceive reality. to grasp what is ordinary and familiar, or strange and mysterious. But what if human perception and reality intertwine, shaping while also being shaped by each other? Take a deep breath and tell me, is there a butterfly dancing? Do you feel the desire to describe, define, and even capture it? I've never seen a dancing butterfly. Repeat after me, word by word, aloud or silently in your head. I've never seen a dancing butterfly. Then close your eyes and wait until I count to 3. 1, 2, 3.
That's a really long count. So, their trailer needs to be condensed down a little bit, but yeah. So you're essentially influenced, or the world's influenced, and Wolf can correct me if I'm wrong, by an alien entity or some type of thing. Is pretty much everyone's now what, semi-alien, or the world's turning into alien, and so you have to deal with a lot of different events, creatures, building up your bases, and all that in this world. You can think of it as it's an MMORPG meets kind of like 7 Days to Die slightly. I don't know if I'd go as far as 7 days. Wolf probably has some better explanations of this, but maybe Control might be a good way to put it too, like Control. But you build up bases, you collect stuff, you gain experience, level up your character. I love how weird things are. I think that's pretty cool. Some things are maybe a little too weird, but yeah, I'll still enjoy it. But you can create your base, and then you can pack it up as a blueprint, which is one of the things in games that I hate. So with the time I have, which is not a lot, I hate building stuff and then packing it, or then losing it when I go to a new server or whatever. I love the idea of creating a blueprint where I can recreate it and bring it with me. I wish it was cross servers and not just it's cross planets, but not cross servers. But yeah, and then you have these like butterflies you have to take care of and do certain things, which that one's also kind of a weird aspect of it. I mean, it's cool, but it's definitely weird. And there's zombie-esque alien creatures that you get a kill in it too. So very weird, very sci-fi, but in a way that I'm totally down for. It's new, it's fresh. I think it's something that, needs to happen. This is the PvP. There's PvE servers and PvP, which is a pretty common thing with MMOs. So we'll continue that, and I'll see what you guys have to say. LoJack, welcome, man. How's it going? Good night, Andre, if you're still here. Raichi, anyone who bought No Man's Sky got their money's worth. Yeah, they did. I actually, when I first played No Man's Sky, I didn't think it was that bad. It's just, it was bad PR. They did a bad job with their PR. I'll be honest. Oh, Icarus. Yeah, Horizon Forbidden West PC release is one that I really want. I don't think the samurai one. Oh my gosh, we were just talking about it. What's it called? Some parts of this trailer, it's interesting because it's a long, like, depending, I don't know. I think the trailer could have been done a little better, but depending on what kind of trailer it is. I think it's a cool, like, that's funny. I think it's a good trailer. Condense it down. But I think it's a reveal trailer, so that's fine. Ghost of Tsushima, that's what it is. So Ghost of Tsushima is another one that I'd love to see on PC, along with Horizon Forbidden West. In fact, I have a PlayStation 5, but I've played Horizon Forbidden West. No, sorry. The other one, their first one. I played it on my PC, and I loved it. Normal object containment. Ooh. Once again, love big bosses. When you throw in big bosses for me, it's just really shines the epicness of the game. I like how it's not done yet, so it like climbs out of the earth and nothing's, you know, the earth's fine. Early development though. I mean, even for being early development, this is really good. You know what this also kind of has? It has Ghostwire Tokyo. A lot, like an aspect of Ghostwire Tokyo. If it was more like Aliens. Oh, well, if the trailer doesn't do it justice, I agree. The trailer's just long, and it's a good showcase, but I don't know if that's their. I don't think it's their. It says official closed beta, but if it was their official trailer, it needs to be like 2 minutes max. And they could really, even with this, they could piece it down into a really good one. LoJack, I just ran the boss fight they are showing now. It was a good low. Did you like it? Alien zombies, very weird creatures. A lot of people say it reminds them of Control, 7 Days to Die, Rust, Dark Souls, and a bunch of others put together. That is a deviation one. Is a butterfly. There are different others like Balloon Dog. Ooh, Balloon Dog. You have to keep them happy, and they will produce materials for you to make you into serums. That's cool. As gigapets. I will not be killing my gigapet creatures that come with me. Wolf, the butterfly will create materials for wings, so you have a bird when you want to fly, or a cocoon, which is a shield. Reichi, Ghost of Tsushima is such a refined product. Sony can be proud of saying it only available on... They can, but I want it on Steam Deck so bad. I can't tell you how much I want that game on Steam Deck. It'd give me so much pleasure. Wolf, the game is also going to be free to play and never pay to win. Which is good, and will be coming to mobile on its release. It reminds me of Prey 2. Prey does have a little Prey aspect to it with the alien side of things. It could be the end game of Prey, where I won't give that away. LoJack, I'll be kind of sad when the beta is over. I could see that, LoJack. You seem to be liking it a lot. I want to play it. I have been too busy to really track down a CD key. I did submit a form, though, as a content creator, so we'll see. Necrosphere, nice, free to play and not pay to win. It is nice. And we'll see how that goes for them. It is Chinese made, which it's one of the better Chinese made games I've seen in a while. So I'm excited for that. It's really weird, actually, because when I saw it, I was like, this doesn't look Chinese made. And it might be a Chinese studio with a bunch of other influences. Who knows? I'm not going to judge. Okay. Next game before I struggle more. Let's see.
Hey there. Thanks for coming out.
Okay.
Got a bit of an infestation here at the
Is this
facility.
FNAF, but Mickey Mouse?
Thought it was just rodents, but there's something else in here.
Treat the infestation.
There's nests. They're everywhere. We tried to take care of it ourselves, but things have escalated. The exterminators are our last hope. Please, help us before.
Mickey Mouse. Sorry, I didn't have it turned up enough. 88 infestation. Looks okay. Here's the thing. It looks good, but it looks like it should be a $20 game. I'll be honest. Unless they have a lot more flushed out. If it's mainly these types of environments, it's like this for like, let's say 4 hours, $20. Give me $20. If it's like this for like 20 hours, then forget it. I don't know if I'll play it looking just like this for 20 hours. We'll see. We've had enough games over the past few years kind of be duds because they didn't diversify enough and charge too much. So I'm interested in this. The public domain for Mickey Mouse is coming up very soon, right? I think in a year or two, or is it this year, or did it already come up? The game called Mouse and movie called Mickey Mouse Trap. Here's Mouse. Here's another one. I don't think they would have gotten in trouble doing this one, but it does have that 50s Mickey Mouse vibe. It's like Doom meets Mickey Mouse, or old school Mickey Mouse in the kind of, I guess. Yeah. The shooting in certain parts of it reminds me of Cell. What is that? Cell shaded game 13. I will be very honest with you guys. This is a game that I'm not sure if I'll play or not. You never know with me, of course. It's one that I have a lot of other games before this that I would much rather play. But it is intriguing, and I do want to give it a try. We'll see, though. They aren't allowed to use Mickey Mouse's voice and can only use Steamboat Will version of Disney will sue Necrosphere this year. Okay, that's right. Yeah, there's going to be more copyright. Well, they can't use the voice. When does the voice become become public domain? The domain came up only reason why they are being made. Yeah. Chris, I agree. It's low-hanging fruit. Let's be honest. Nothing wrong with that. People don't have to play it if they don't want to. Necrosphere, this gives me Cuphead vibes. I agree with that, but Cuphead looks more fun. While I see why people would be interested in that, Cuphead just looks more fun. Reichi, Ghost of Tsushima made me Necrosphere a remaster of Shadow of Colossus. Let's do it. Ghost of Tsushima is so good. I haven't finished it yet either, and so I'd like to restart it and just play it on PC. I'm kind of waiting for that. I almost beat it I almost started back up to beat it last year, and I'm just like, no, PlayStation, Sony, they're gonna release it for the PC soon, and I can just replay it and have fun. Shadow of Colossus would be really it's not on the PC, right? But you want another remaster. Even the last one's really good. But yeah, I wouldn't mind a new one. I wouldn't mind a new Shadow of the Colossus, to be fair. LoJack, there is an Alex Jones game that just came out on Steam. I bought it. Oh my god. That sounds horrible. Oh my gosh, that sounds so bad.
First came Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, and Super Mario Brothers, and now the ultimate retro nostalgia throwback game. I present to the world Alex Jones's New World Order Wars. They're turning the friggin' frogs game. I'll eat your ass, you Nazi scum. Let's free the Patriots and defeat the globalist tech geeks. We are going to defeat the globalists.
Very bigly. So, I really hate to say this. I've been trying to get less political on my channel. It looks funny. It looks like a self-own, and anyone that plays this and believes a word of Alex Jones is crazy. But it looks hilarious. I would play it as a parody. I'm just afraid that like a lot of people would get the reference and be like, None of this is parody. This is all real. That's interesting. You got me intrigued now, LoJack. Let's see here. How dare you get me intrigued? Let's see here. YouTube's gonna flag that. Like, no, Alex Jones. I'm putting that on the deck and playing it through the AR XR glasses. That would be interesting, LoJack. That would be a really good one on the deck, though. How are you liking the AR glasses? I need to get me a pair. Necrosphere, Cuphead equals platformer, and mouse equals FPS. True, Necrosphere. True. Reichi, Ghost of Tsushima on PS4 put to shame games on the Series X. The new Avatar game is trash in comparison. Well, yeah, Avatar is not a great one, by the way. Necrosphere, I haven't yet finished LN. Little Nightmares. Oh, yeah. Okay. Little Nightmares 1 is good. Little Nightmares 2 is, I think, better. And Little Nightmares 3 looks even better. So let's look at this real quick. I don't know if I've actually seen the trailer for... I've beaten the first two, though. I did a podcast episode on it, on the old podcast. It looks good. Woo! Woo! So yeah, I did watch. I've seen a little bit of the trailer. I only watch trailers when we do stuff here, or I don't usually watch too many trailers on my own. Ooh, I do like Thomas Brush. I'm kind of curious about this one. Is there like a save for later?
In this video, me and my buddy Gavin, the creator of Choo Choo Charles.
Dude, that guy is like the most brave dude that just like owned it. Don't mind me. I want to save this for later. Okay. Even though this isn't even my main viewing channel. Let's see here. Okay, guys. Yeah, Little Nightmares 3 looks really good. I'll let it be playing again while we talk about it. Little Nightmares 1 and 2 is just so grotesque, and it's a world that is failing. And it, in some ways, mirrors and showcases kind of the world that any world that could be of intelligent people. Greed. You could even do cardinal sins. You could do there's greed, gluttony, all that stuff that can come from a frivolous life or like overabundance, right? And so it kind of follows that in lots of different ways, but more or less it's just a very eerie, creepy world with very, very weird human-esque creatures that are the big baddies, like you see in the background here, that are near just they have that valley of the whatever valley. Dude, I'm so sorry. I'm not feeling 100% right now. The whatever valley thing where they look nearly real, but they're not quite. In the sense of like there's just something really, really off about them. So it makes for just an extra eerie game. I really like it. I like them so far. Haven't used them a lot, but they look great. Yeah, LoJack, I want to try the ARs, the AR glasses. They are awesome to watch a movie or TV show. Ooh. Love the Little Nightmare series. So creepy yet cute. Have you watched? Yeah, it is a little cute until you see things go down. And you're just like, what the? But Little Nightmares is just an amazing series. It's really good on the deck. I 100% recommend it. I really need to get up there and make a new series or a new video for recommended games on the deck. Looks amazing. I have the Little Nightmares games, but I haven't still played them. Yeah, Rachie, I think you're not the biggest horror fan, are you? I think like a lot of the Games Revealed peeps are not the biggest horror. I'm a huge horror. Now, even if you don't like horror, there's some interesting aspects to Little Nightmares, but at its core, it's horror. And if you don't like horror in any way, you're not going to like it. I wouldn't mind if they made it Inside too. Like, inside the one movie. Grotesque games can be great, just like the Alice games from EA. Okay, yes, Rachie. Oh my gosh, my brain is not working. It's I know exactly who you're talking about, that game, and that game is actually pretty cool. I wish they would make more. The only thing that's missing, my little raincoat, buddy. Oh yeah, your raincoat, dude. The raincoat, dude, is so awesome. Ramble Mountain King was great. Bramble Mountain King. I didn't play. Necrosphere, I only play most games on my deck. I have Little Nightmares 1 and 2, the game inside. The game inside. Okay. Which one's that one again? Dude, my brain's not working. That's right. It's like inside. Yeah. Inside, Limbo. Okay, yeah. Play Dead. Okay, so I don't think there's any more submissions from you guys, which is probably good. We'll be trying to I might be change. So let's do some announcements, do whatever. I was hoping I would be better by now. I hate to say it, guys, but I am still not better. But let's talk about that, and then we can be off. And kind of what's in store for 2024. Oh, the ending is pretty grotesque. Awful. Interesting. Isn't it American McGee's? Whatever it is, Alice. You're both thinking of Alice Madness Returns from EA. Yeah. American McGee. Richie, I was very disappointed with Scorn. I thought it was a horror, but it was just grotesque for the sake of it. Yeah, I could already see it was going to be a grotesque, like gore porn kind of game. It was interesting. I think I got myself a little hyped. I never bought it. I almost requested it to play, and I just didn't because I didn't think I was going to commit myself. Partially because other games were coming out during that time, but that's been out for over a year now. Okay, so, sorry, I don't mean to cough into the. So, what's happening in 2023? I do have the podcast. I technically have a podcast episode I need to release still, but it was for 2023. I still have two. If you're a member of Games Revealed, I do have two member-only podcast episodes. And then I have stuff like that. But I think the podcast will change a little this year. It's going to go to mostly guests, and it's only going to release when I have guests lined up. I will still record with Susie sometimes, but when we do something, it's going to be more researched, and less us off the cuff, more researched. Did I say 2023? I meant 2024. So this year, expect the podcast to evolve into what I want it to be, which is probably interviewing, talking about to game developers. I'm going to be doing both game developers. I'll mark it as a game developer one, but game developers, YouTubers, We'll talk about current events, games that are going to be coming out, devices even, but it's more geared towards games. And that's where I kind of want to take Games Revealed this year, is just a little bit more into the games realm. I wouldn't mind at one point being able to do a games like series on making games, but the most important thing this year is making my game. I haven't been able to work on it as much as I had a whole plan. I got sick. I still am not fully better. I've been sick multiple times. It's probably a myriad of different things. I've gone to the doctors multiple times. I'm still not better. And then right now I have like a stomach flu almost bug right now or something. So I'm going to figure that out. But there are times where I'm feeling much better and times I'm not. So I'll eventually get better. And then I'm going to have to get like a flu shot or something like that. I'm going to have to get some shots so that I freaking don't, because I don't think I've had the flu officially yet, but I have been sick for almost 2 months. Different symptoms, different things, working with the doctors on it. I've had labs done. I'm probably have more labs, but nothing's come up. Everything's fine so far. So, but until I am feeling 100% and I can commit to feeling 100%, I am not going to be committing to the content plan that I have. The content plan I have is I'm going to be releasing almost nearly daily videos between 2 or 3 YouTube channels. Meaning, if it's games related, it will some hardware games related stuff will still lie on Games Revealed. If I decide to split off this year into Hardware Revealed, then Hardware Revealed will have all my other stuff that you'd normally have seen on Games Revealed. And then, or I will rename it. And I've talked about this for a year now. But that's potentially, I want to find a good place for a lot of the content I do. And then the Brink channel will be where I do my everything else content. Vlogging-esque, game development, journey, and all that stuff. So, yeah, that one could get a little weird and crazy, possibly, which would be fun. Not gonna lie. But I can't commit to that type of content plan, so I'm gonna be working on ROG Ally review next. Get that edited and out. I will have to say the Legion Go review, I should have done it better. But I had recorded it one other time and I didn't like it, so I re-recorded it because I wanted to include the reasons why I didn't like it as much. And a lot of people like super negative going into it. I usually am pretty positive about stuff I review. And the reason I did the video the way I did it that time is because I tried to like it for 2 months almost. I played it almost every day. And I just couldn't get it to work as well as the ROG Ally or the Steam Deck. Just too many gotchas with it. So I really, yeah. So I really do want to. I'm reading chat. I really do want to. I want to like the device. I couldn't fully. I get the appeal. I think it will be a great device down the road. And I do think I'm going to try refreshing, like getting a new device or something like that. We'll see though. I have a lot of plans this year. Yeah, it's interesting on where that will all go. The ROG Ally is still my go-to for new games that have like Starfield, and then the deck is my favorite for everything else as of right now. I'm really interested to see which players enter 2024 for hardware. I do think Razer and one other game hardware developer, hardware maker, whatever you want to call it, will be entering the fray, and we'll be getting some interesting things. Razer could be really good aesthetically and really mid on the software. When I say mid, is that their software has not been the best. Their drivers. So, albeit they're not bad with the Razer's laptops nowadays, but they're still not like the ASUS Ally, like ROG Ally, has really good software on it. So I am curious. We'll see. As far as podcast, more content. Some will be very structured and some will be very loose. Me talking and won't be too heavily edited because I want to get more content out. I like doing it, and I find myself being more consistent if I produce more. The problem is producing more, it's a little less until I have full-time editors. And my content will always be, at least around here, games-esque related hardware games. But I have other stuff I like on the Brink channel. I've done cryptics and stuff like that. So, but I want to build my video game, and that is still my number one priority. I do plan on releasing Deck Revealed project. I think what I'm going to do is release a new version of the Deck Revealed project, making sure it all works, and then putting a freeze on the development, and then figuring out how to reimburse or fix anyone that's not happy with that, as I want to get my game out. I'm not saying the project's dead. I just being sick for the past 2 months has got me worried. About how much time I'm going to have this year to manage all these projects. I know. I hopefully I'm not too boring. I'm just getting a little real. Not saying anything beyond. I'm not dying or anything. I know, but like being sick for 2 months, and I don't know how long it's going to take for me to resolve this. Money wise too, it costs a lot. And it takes a lot of time, both that I'm not feeling well, and it's hard to keep to a schedule like that. Sometimes I'm feeling great. So I am not going to overcommit myself. The Deck Revealed project does need a new update. It needs to be slightly improved and some bug fixes so people can run their stuff. But I'm not, I know I had a lot of promises and a lot of stuff I wanted to do with that. I'm not going to say it will never happen again. I'm a creature of do stuff, hold off for a while, do stuff, hold off. I try to take bite-sized chunks these days. I want it to be good, so I am going to put a freeze on it, though, for a while. It could be another year before I get back to it. And so I will be emailing people on the list and doing all this stuff if there needs to be some type of whatever with it. So we'll see. But at the end of the day, I don't want that to be an aspect of worry. 2023 was a very stressful year for me. Probably the reason why I think I have some long COVID from earlier in that year mixed in with some other health stuff I've always had forever. Nothing like major, but it could take a little while to figure out exactly. I know some micronutrients my body doesn't digest very well in the past, and so that is potentially one of the problems right now. So like a nutrient, there's some nutrient stuff. So I'm not going to talk about it much more. I'll do updates on the Twitch. I don't know what you guys think. You're some of my most loyal people in the loyal community. I like to see it as a community, not to me, but to the community. And I don't know what you guys think, but I might stop streaming on Games Revealed and just stream full-time on the Brink Twitch and maybe YouTube. And make it much more planned out where we'll cover news, we'll play games, we'll do the whole shebang. And those are much easier for me to, doing stuff like this is much easier for me. With the ADHD and with everything else, when I'm sick, I can do that. I don't have to think too far ahead. You pile on the ADHD because I'm not on meds right now, but I do have some new meds that if they do what they're supposed to do, then this could be different. But getting the energy to record and then to remember to edit and then to remember, because I have stuff that I need to release. So I'm not going to bore you much longer. I have plans. I want to make our community better. I want to improve and also get better content out. So 2024 will be a very metamorphized year for me when it comes to content. So especially if this continues, being sick this year means I'm going to do potentially more streams on Twitch, less streams. If I don't want to cancel it, I like doing it here, but I'd rather focus on like a pre-recorded podcast for long form content for this. We kind of treat this stream as a podcast. I release it as a podcast, but it's so unorganized. It's not a very good style podcast. I'd rather have someone on and do that type of stuff. So I don't know what you guys think, but let me know. As far as chat goes, I loved It Takes Two, but my wife and I haven't played it yet. I want to play It Takes Two with my wife, with Susie also. I'm pretty sure I have Alice Madness Returns already. I've played it on my Steam, but I'll have to double check. That's a good call out there. Necrosphere. Necrosphere, yeah, I'm excited to see who other than ASUS with ROG Ally will be able to really compete with Steam Deck. Honestly, I'll be honest, Necrosphere. If ASUS released a device semi-similar to the Legion Go, it'd be so good. The problem is that they have their, albeit a very good solution, so if you're rich or don't care about money, they do have a good eGPU option. It's just, it's proprietary, which doesn't open you up to a lot of options. Raichi, can't wait for the Oya portable announcement. That'll be interesting. That will be interesting. Isn't that the device that like failed? Oh, I did not spell that right. Are you pulling our leg? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. I knew that. Oh yeah. It's understandable being worried. Thank you, Wolf, about understanding that. Thank you, Icarus. Thank you. So Raichi, for books for me, there's a series I've been listening to. It is a little weird, and I have because I've been sick. It's a little harder for me to play games sometimes or work on other stuff. So what I do is I work, and when I'm not working, if I lay there and just like trying to relax, I mean, I still do get chores. I still have energy. It just depends. It just fluctuates. It's almost like I've had the low-grade flu for the past 2 months in some ways. But when I'm down and just listening to things, or while I'm like working on stuff even, I listen to a series called it's Mars. What is it? Starship. Let's see, book 3, Starship Mages. Is that like the overarching? Yeah, Starship Mages, stuff like that. But they have the first one is it? Hand of Mars is what it is, by Glenn Stewart. I really like that. So just as saying, books wise, it's like Mages in Space, which is actually really, they do a good job. I thought it was going to be kind of weird and stupid. I thought they did a really good job he does a really good job building the world and everything like that. I'm on book 8. I haven't listened to and I started it 2 months ago, maybe 2.5. I've never gone through a series so quickly. I'm also listening to the light novels of Konosuba, which is pretty good, actually. And I have a couple other books I'm going to be listening to. I haven't listened to Red Shirts yet, which is like it's kind of a comedy Star Trek one that looks pretty good. Mage in Space, Reichi is quite calm. It is, but the ones I've heard are kind of weird, and so it was pretty fun. It's pretty fun so far. I really like it. To get me back into like books and stuff like that. I have a lot of different types of books I listen to. Like I even listen to the Stuff They Don't Want You to Know book, which is pretty fun. I like that. I like their podcast quite a bit. One of these days I'll have a website with all my recommended stuff that I listen to and like. I honestly think you guys would find some good stuff there. So without further ado, let's end this. I'm not going to bore you any longer. I have weird tastes, but good tastes, I think. We all do here. I'll update you guys as things go along, things get better and all. Hopefully do posts. If you can't tell when I do a little bit better, I'm more cognizant in Discord. Ooh, Space Wizards are cool. Yes, they are, Reichi. You probably have a lot of good recommendations. We really should open up a thread. Reichi, you or Wolf should open up a thread in Discord with book recommendations. I'll throw some in there too. I'd love to get some more though. I'm always down for recommendations. Once you get me into I love stories though. Like once you get me into a book kick, like right now, I'm consuming the hell out of books. But yeah, the Magitech, I'll have to do the Magitech. I'm into audiobooks, but my wife got me into it. Yeah, Necrosphere. Me and Susie have been listening to books. We've had Audible since we got married 13 years ago. We've listened to a lot of books, and we've bought. Dresden Files is one of my favorite series. I really like that series. That's like adult Harry Potter in some ways. I love that series, and I have not finished it yet. Weirdly enough, I like to listen to it with Susie, and so we need to sit down and finish it. We got 10 books in, and we haven't finished it. Or caught up, that is. Okay. Let's get a thread in Discord. I'd love that. Reichi, don't do the Magitech. It's longer than the Bible. But is it more interesting? Oh my god. Is this all of it though? This is the Magitech Chronicles Omnibus. Books 1 through 13. It's 108 hours. Dude, that is a deal. Damn. Okay. I'm not saying I'm going to do it, but that is you've got me intrigued. But that's a whole series. Okay. Thank you guys for coming. Stopping by. I will be streaming Control on Twitch later this week. Maybe tomorrow, depends. I'll let people know in Discord. And thank you guys for stopping by and saying hi and joining me on this journey of what Games Revealed is. So you guys are awesome. And let's make 2024 a fun year. It's gonna be a metamorphized year. We're gonna turn to beautiful butterflies, moths. I don't know. They can both be adorable, right? Kind of, maybe. I don't know if that's the right word. Peace out, guys. Later.